Do you also have this problem? Maybe I don't need to call it a problem. Do you also save leftover materials? Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Ido Agassi and I save scraps and I'm proud of it. I always have this feeling that maybe I would have to use it for future projects. And as I'm making art for more than 30 years, as you can see, it's starting to pile up. So this video is for me and for all of you out there that are saving reused materials and leftover materials for future projects. Today I want to show you how to upgrade a present or a gift card or whatever you will find to do with this beautiful little thing using only leftover materials. So with an idea in mind, let's bind. I'll move this aside and we will start working. I'll start by cutting the boards. I'll bring my ruler and mark 10.5, 2 points. Now I'll take my big knife and I want to cut the boards, but I'm not trying to do it in one go. I'm making a path and then going deeper. Now I'll mark 6.5. And another one. I'll move on to cut the scrap piece of cloth. I'll bring the 2 boards and I need 5 centimeters. This is 3 and this ruler is 2 centimeters. So if I'm going to cut this, I'll have it in size. And for the top side, I need 4 centimeters. So I'll put this weight, which is 2, and the ruler is 2. And I have the size I need. Let me cut the other piece of cloth because I'm going to make 2. So I'll cut it according because they are the same size. And I'm going to save this for later because I save leftovers. I'll move this aside. I'll bring the first one. Take one weight to give me a line here and one to give me a line here. Take the first board and cover it with glue. This is PVA white glue with a bit of MC to help me distribute the glue much easier. I'm going to put it here. Move these aside, flip it over, and I want a straight line here. I'll bring this gap of 1 centimeter, put it here. Look that I made the jig that you can hold it comfortably. Glue the other one. And put it beside it. Bone folder. Let's do the other one. I'll bring my triangular ruler and cut the corners. Take a piece of paper and glue the long sides first. Go inside the gap and work the corners. Bring another piece of paper, hold the cover, I love making these small little things. Nice, this is one. Great. Now I'm going to bring the leftover of the leftover. Because the gap is 1 centimeter, I will cut around 4 centimeters. And when I measure this, because this is 10.5, I'm going to make it around 9.5. Let me see that this is straight. Making sure, straight line. Nine and a half. 2 points, and between them a straight line. Let's make sure this is straight also. Okay. I'll bring the orange one, and I want to see it's the same length on top and bottom, and it is. I'll put my needle here for a marker, and I'm going to glue it. Very convenient that this is 1 centimeter also. I'll do the next one. Mark the place. Of course, you can make it shorter if you want, but just not shorter than the cloth that turns in. Now, why am I making 2 of those? Because I want to show you one to add just the folded piece of paper and to sew it directly through the spine. You can write a dedication inside and give it as a gift. And the second one, I want to show you how to glue 2 pieces of paper, and then you can draw on it, and that would be also an option for watercolor painting or something to write on it with a hard cover. So I'm going to bring more leftovers. This is a leftover paper I got. This is for watercolor. Trying to figure out the grain direction. Yeah, if you don't know about grain direction, I'll link a video about grain direction here. And I can feel that this is the grain direction and it would work great for me. So I want to cut the first one so it would be folded and sewn inside the book. So if this is 6.5, I'm going to make the paper also 6.5 on both sides. So I need 13. Let me bring my weight. I'll mark 13. And I'm going to put the ruler between these two dots. And because this has a decal edge, I'm just going to pull the paper to cut it. And now I have decal edge on both sides. I'm going to fold it in half. And now, because the hardcover is 10.5, let me do it 9.5. So I have an even 0.5 centimeter on both sides. I'll open it. Ruler between the marks. Hold the ruler firmly, and then I'm just lifting the paper, and it's giving it a deckled edge. I'll bring a different piece of paper, also a leftover, and I want to use it as a template. I'll cut it as the length of the cover. And I'm going to mark 3 holes, one at 1.5 centimeter, on the other side 1.5 centimeter, and I have between them 8, so I'm going to mark in the 4. What do you say? I'll take the orange one, put the paper inside, put my template inside that, see everything is straight. Now I'll take an awl, and I'm going to make a hole in the center after folding it. One on this side, and one on this side. Great. Let me take the template out. I'll bring my thread, measure 3 times, and cut. I'm inserting my needle with thread to the center. Going left inside the cover, holding, going inside again, the center, and to the other side. I'm flipping it around, pulling, and because I don't want the knot to move, I'm making an anchor here underneath the first one, and then making a double knot. 1 and 2. I'll bring my scissors and cut. So this is the first nice option. The second one, let me measure. If this is 6.5, I want it 5.5 on 9.5, exactly like the inside here. So I'll bring my paper and measure 5.5. And again 5.5. and 9.5 here. Of course, you can also cut with a knife. I like the decal edge. And if you have it, why not use it all around? Okay, let's see that it fits nicely. It does. Of course, you will decide if you write before gluing or after, because then you have one chance. I'll bring a piece of paper. You can choose if to start by gluing just the revealed board and then just the edges. Usually it's preferable to do that when you do it with a larger piece, but I'll show you this option. I'm doing it with my eye, but I'm going with the cloth that I already connected. It looks okay. Take my bone folder and connect. Or you can just glue everything. I'm starting from the top side and moving my way down, then moving my finger to hold it. I can move it a bit around. I have one anchor here, and then I can check everything is okay. Looks okay. Let me cut one with a ruler so you can see the difference. Five and a half is here. And 5.5 is here. And this is 9.5. Now let me connect this. Of course, you can also use leftovers of some kind of colored paper. Let's do the other side. And here we are with these beautiful little booklets. I would love to see what you've made from your leftovers, and you can share it with us in our bookbinding community group. I would link it in the description. You are welcome also to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in things related to letterpress, bookbinding, and box making. Thank you for watching and for being here, and I will see you in my next video.